Okay. Gonna be very interesting. Focus on this. Ah! 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 Okay. Oh. I should look at the best time to post. Best time to post. It's just life. It's just life. Through I'm the setting of multiple devices, and it's getting really annoying really fast. Where is my tape? There's the gaff tape. And gotta get my gaff tape to control the camera. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, do. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. We'll turn that real low. Hello and welcome. I am attempting to style a Stolas wig from an old drag wig that I have. This actually comes from the fact that, hello, welcome. I am working on a Stolas cosplay wig, like from the ground up. We'll see how long this takes. Also, I'm filming this on YouTube, so diversifying the platforms. Yes. Um, some things I'm already seeing that I know are gonna like for obviously we're gonna need a chop. This wig is gonna need chopped. It's also a little bit ratty. Like it's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. She's been loved, or hated, however you want to see it. Um, so definitely gonna have to work on a little TLC. I'm tempted to start with a chop because a chop would mean that it's less tangly, like just to go. Although, actually, this is not too bad. As far as wigs go, this is not too bad. This could be way worse. Welcome, guys. I am. attempting to style Stolas wig after a disaster of a first attempt. It was real bad. It was rough. I actually like made a gag out of like throwing it in a recent in a TikTok draft that is hanging out. Welcome, guys. Styling a wig today, or attempting. So we'll be using like kind of like the anime styling techniques, which admittedly I'm not super practiced in. So I did do drag for a while, so I can style drag wigs sort of. This is a little different though, so we'll see how this works out. Right now I am just brushing it out, trying to get some of the old tangles because this is an old wig. She's been well loved, so just trying to get some of that out, and then I'll start probably, like I said, probably with the chop, um, and I'll show you guys what I'm using as far as things go. I'm not like a wig stylist. I'm an amateur, so this is not, you know, you're not learning from somebody who went to cosmetology school. You're learning from a hobbyist who is a nerd. So if you consider this learning, if you consider this learning, that's your problem. That's on you, honey. You can do that. But I am currently just pinning it down so that way it doesn't move on me while I'm styling it. I will say that like this is a very cheap wig. If you guys in the comments want to see like how bad the first one was, I'll pull it out for you. It's real bad. It's real not good. But that's okay because failure is a mark of learning. So we commit to learning here. This is not a place where we hate on failures. We embrace them and use them to teach ourselves. Also, I don't know what the hell this music is. I'm playing like copyright free music because I'm also recording this on YouTube. I'm hoping that we'll be able to make like a supercut where I can like just kind of put all the material. Uh, Welcome, guys. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do. Oh, I didn't get my clips. I'll have to grab my clips here shortly. So pardon that. Basically, I have this super cheap wig styling, or these are like hairstyling things. I actually already have. I have a ton of rat tail combs, which are great for like sectioning hair. And then I have a teasing brush in here. But I thought pink was very fitting. I do love pink, so I embraced the pinkage of it all. Um, I think what I'm gonna do, like I said, I think I want to chop it like at the neck. This Stolas hair is not long, right? Also, something that bugs me is Stolas has like I've seen a lot of Stolas cosplays, and by the way, I'm not here to critique other cosplayers. That's not why I'm here at all. But what I would like to capture that I haven't seen captured super strongly in like the owl form Stolas is the triangular head shape. So like Stolas's head really um, has like this triangular shape where it has these tufts that pull back. And I've seen a lot of Stolas wigs that are like generally tufty, like a kind of a generic anime, like slicked back anime look. And I'm trying to capture like the pompadour, but also the shape. So ways that I think I'm going to do that. First of all, I do have a feather neck piece which I can drag out at some point, and that will help shape this. Right, it'll help angle all this together, and then the wig is going to have to really be tapered or slicked down, probably around the middle of the head and down, and then it's going to have to be teased the hell out of like from here on up. So that's kind of the plan: is chop it around the neck because Stolas doesn't have super long hair, so I shouldn't be trying to prioritize that. And then from there, it'll be a lot of teasing, and I'll probably have to do a second haircut after I've teased and kind of styled it, because It won't be the right length, but I don't want to get rid of any length until I style it because the thing with thank you guys for the roses, by the way. I know I'm kind of rambling. I really appreciate it. We have yes, it was so good. Oh yes, 100%. I it's really good. I'm really excited. Um, I'm really excited about the fact that we are not going to be worrying about Stolitz anymore. I'm excited to see us move on. I love a good drama arc. I love a good romance arc, but I am very excited to see what happens now that like our focus point can shift. Um, yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about the new episode. It's really good. I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of the new episode. Um, which was really nice. I was a little bit scared. I did go into it a little bit scared and was like, what's going to be resolved? Is anything going to be resolved? But it was. Vivzy and her team did a great job. So that's very exciting. I think I'm going to start by sectioning. Also, I'm using regular fabric scissors because it's a synthetic wig. This is a cheap ass wig. This is not fancy in by any stretch of the imagination. I think I bought this wig for under $20 on Amazon. Um, so when I say it is not fancy, it is not fancy. It is. I don't know if this will end up being the wig that I use primarily for Stolas. So if you watch, I'm sure some of you have seen my Astarian cosplay. I have gone through two different wigs, and I upgraded when I was playing that character enough to where like I was like, okay, there's no reason I should be using a ratty old wig that I like kind of fucked up on, and um, now I have like a lot more knowledge around what I'm doing, and so um, yeah, that's kind of the plan. So we're gonna start with a pigtail cut. I'm not gonna cut this super short. The goal is actually I kind of want to be able to use some of this. Um, I don't want to completely get rid of the hair and not use it. I think it could be potentially helpful for building up some of the shapes is kind of the plan. I have the tacky glue that was relatively successful at that. Nyx would show up right at the end. Nyx. Hold on, I'm blanking. Say more. Nyx. Am I missing something? Oh, I like. Well, no, I don't know the character Nyx. What or I'm blanking on it. Yeah, I'm really blanking on who Nyx is. In Hell of a Boss. Oh no! Oh, you're talking about Nor. You're talking about Afterlife. Okay. I'm so sorry. I was on a completely different planet. I was talking about Hell of a Boss. Yeah, it's a great episode. I am very excited. I will not divulge whether Nort has returned within the last few episodes. I shan't. I shan't reveal. Um, but I'm very invested in for obvious reasons for those of you who follow Afterlife. What the live goal achieved? I have no clue what goal I set, but I achieved a goal. Isn't that fabulous? That's so funny. I'm sitting over here like, what did I do? Okay. I'm gonna grab. I don't have enough hair tie. Well, hold on. Actually, no. My makeup kit is behind me because I'm always prepared. Duh. Okay. So all I'm doing is just kind of like, I don't know, some rough ideas about what it means to actually cut hair on your own, essentially. I feel like a good way to say this is like, when people showcase those videos of them cutting their hair. That's what's happening right now. I'm trying to attempt that. It's giving, you know what it is? It's giving kind of Wednesday though. Like this feels like it's giving Wednesday Adams right now. That's okay. That's goth character. Stolas is kind of goth. Demonic. That counts, right? Yeah, I know. I'm excited. So I actually have some pieces here. I did get like these like nail gloves. Um they're very straightforward, they're very simple, but they'll give me claws, which will be great. I have my fluffy shirt. I did invest in a navy blue vest because I want to go for Stolas's date night idea. Or date night outfit, because I think it's fabulous and glorious. So that's kind of the one I'm going for. I did get some white equestrian pants, so they'll show off my assets, if you will. I have those, and then I got some high heel thigh high boots. That's kind of the direction that I was going. Okay, so look at that shop. Look at her. Look at that shop. Look at that A-line bob. Oh god. Look at that A-line bob. That is a moment. So I think what I saw anime stylists doing is they take their pieces and they kind of just teased the shit out of it for a hot second. So I think I'm just gonna back comb. I'm not gonna try to back comb it crazy because I don't want to tangle it beyond like usability. The goal is just to create a little bit of friction. Um, and then like that can kind of be covered up later. So it's gonna look messy for a while, section by section, but the goal will be that once it's kind of like back combed a little bit, we'll work the pompadour in, and then we'll start on some other aspects as well. So this will be messy for a hot second, but trust the process. Trust the process. So let's see here. So right now I'm just literally backcombing it in like away from the face. The thing that sucks about this wig versus the one that I styled before is the one I styled before was more expensive. And I was trying to do a bunch of things that I didn't realize were not successful. One of the things you'll see on the draft that I post eventually will be that I talk about like curling it. Because so many people responded to the white curly hair as like Stolas, which I realized after the fact was referring to Stolas's human form. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. I was like, that makes sense now. So there we go. Wow, this is like choices are being made. I think I am gonna like so I'm backcombing it now, but I think I will be going for a slicked look in the back. I feel like that is the best way to get the appearance we're going for. Especially because it's a cheap wig. Because it is a cheap wig, I think that slicking it back will be the best way to get the like shape of Stolas's head, which again, it's tapered very close, but then it tufts up in the as like a triangle situation. So la da da dee, la da la, I am the mastermind, the mind behind the plan. No little imp of mine could master the disaster. It seems that you thought you had caught the schemer of the schemes I wrought. I confess, it was me and I have no regrets. I have regrets. Why am I losing my freedom away for this idiot? What have you rather be dead? I can live life without you by my side. So if it can you I think that is the song I will be singing tomorrow. I got invited to do a New Year's Eve show, which is exciting. I think I'm going to be doing that song. Yeah, I think it's going to go a lot better than the last. He will be not getting too crazy. I'm gonna do the pompadour first, since that's like the center. I feel like that's the centerpiece of the whole character, is like trying to get that pompadour shape. Which on a wig like this is kind of difficult because it has a center part, which is I kind of hate center part wigs, like for styling purposes, because I almost never want to style. I never want a center parted style personally. I don't think I've ever actually wanted that. So it kind of sucks trying to work that work with it. Um oh, that worked nicely. Look at that go. I made that center part disappear. Crazy. So you can kind of see what I'm going for here. Like you've got this nice hump, this nice floof, if you will. I was debating on doing some other stuff, but I'll wait to see how this goes. Um, yeah, this is honestly, this is less work and it's already looking more like the actual character, which is nice. That's always a nice positive thing. I'm also trying to decide if I'm gonna, because this is a trial wig. Like, I don't know if this will be like the wig that I use. I may, oh, I may try something else. But shit! I thought I got rid of this in the part, but I didn't. Is this? No, there's no lace. It's just folded under. That's weird. I'm gonna try to separate the front, and drag some of these pieces, backcomb some of these pieces together to get this front, this middle part to disappear. That's the other thing is I don't know a lot of cartoon characters that have like a middle part. I don't think, off the top of my head at least. So that's the other thing that sucks about like trying to do like a character wig when it's got like such a hard defined part. Um, it's just annoying. I might I might get my hair dryer out because heat will help like restyle it so it doesn't have that significant piece there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I also think I'm gonna have to like build some framing pieces into this wig. Um, we'll see. Insert self promote. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cadence. Cadence over here advertising for me. Oh my God. Thank you, girl. You can find me on all of the other apps. I also have a link tree in my bio, so you all can see all of the things that I'm doing. There is a broken link. However, the broken link has an explanation, so you can do your own research if you want to follow where that broken link is. Um, welcome. Doing some styling. I'm starting with just kind of the pompadour for Stolas. It is being a little difficult, mainly because it's a cheap wig, but we're working on it. We're working. Yeah, I think if I can if I can get the top to look nice here, we'll have a nice baseline. Um, yeah, that's the other thing that sucks is like Stolas definitely has like a side part, which when you're dealing with a wig that has this kind of weird obsession. I don't know what it is. Cheap wigs have an obsession with having center parts. Hey, Oswin! Oh my God! So I do have two. Hello, Joey. I have two streams going up. I have YouTube, and I also have um, and I have a TikTok. So if any one of you want to, I'm gonna try to edit this video down at some point on YouTube, but you can join us over there. Oswin, who is on my YouTube channel. First of all, brilliant to see you. Glad to hear from you, bud. I am currently working on Shadowbound, which is a D&D podcast. Um, there is also Afterlife, or sorry, Shadowbound, which is Fantasy Unhinged, which is the system that I wrote. Hey, if you want to check that out and support me, and also Kane and Sierra, and another person that may be joining our team very soon that actually is from the Afterlife family. Um, so if you want to check that out, please check that out. Um, a lot of effort has gone into that, so that's really nice. You can check out Fantasy Unhinged or Shadowbound for that. You can also check out Afterlife, which is a D&D podcast. Cadence on my TikTok over here. Shout out. Works or doesn't work with us. Sorry. Hangs out with us over in that realm, which is really wonderful and fabulous. Um, Other things I am working on, I am building a solo show, which I admittedly don't have a ton of progress on. Um, but that's because I have a show. Um, I have a variety show tomorrow night, actually. If you are in Kansas City area, uh, go ahead and come out to the Missy B's New Year's Eve show. It'll be a fun time. That's actually what I'm making this wig for, so you can check that out. Um, yeah, that's kind of the big ones. I did get um, hired on to perform with the Tortuga Twins. So if you are familiar with Tortuga Twins, they are a comedy troupe that do Renfests. So you can look them up if you want to see what that kind of looks like. They do travel. I will be in Florida February and March, and then I will be in, I believe, Washington midsummer. So yeah, Missy Visa is 21 plus. I am trying to host some events soon that will be not necessarily 21 plus. So I will keep you updated for sure, Oswald, about those. Um, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do like a single tuft in the center, in the center back. Um, Also, I think I'm just gonna use tacky glue to get rid of this. I'm just gonna shove those two lines together. I think that's the best way to handle this, unfortunately. Oh, I do love B Glued Hairspray. It is so good for this, like plastering that I'm trying to do. Um, I'm a little nervous about doing these sides because again, we're kind of have to like slick it. I'm gonna have to like create some frame pieces, but I also like have to kind of tease it back to get that triangle shape that I'm going for. So that's lots of things we're trying to do here. I think I'm going to take this pompadour, which looks nice. A little cute pompadour moment. I'm going to tie this up. All right, we got any critters in the audience right now? Oh, my arms hurt because I worked out today. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna try to do like a widow's peak. The thing with the widow's peak that is going to be hard. Well, it might not be that hard. It might be easier than I'm thinking about it, but I need to. That's the other thing about this too that I'm like nervous about is like trying to create the widow's peak effect that Stolas has. Also, the longer I look at this wig, the more I realize how cheap it is, which is fine for some cosplay stuff. And honestly, like you're gonna have to start somewhere. Like I've had the reason I'm getting this out is because it's a cheap wig from a while ago that I don't use anymore. And I wanted to try to see how effective I would be at doing this, doing some of these techniques. I'm gonna have to create these frame pieces. Um, I think we're gonna divide this, and I'm gonna backcomb the hell out of this to try and create this shape. Because has like these little like angle puffs. I'm really trying to figure out how to make happen, which is why I switched from like going curl into now I'm like, okay, let's try like some kind of I don't know how successful that'll be on this page, but we're gonna try it. Also, if I were smart, I would probably be using some craft foam in this project, but oh well. Um, because craft foam will help you like it will you can use craft foam as a very substantial like model thing for your wigs. Um, to get like some 3D shapes that are harder to get. I'm gonna look at this from the front. Yeah, it probably would be really smart to like actually get like some styling from. But again, we're this is an experiment. We're this is like a this is an experiment. This is not necessarily the final wig. With that knowledge, I'm trying to currently thin out this because if I want like a nice pointy tip, um, a lot of hair up here will not serve that purpose. Okay, calm down. That was not for y'all. That was for my alarm that was going off. I don't even know if you could hear it. I'm sure YouTubers could. Oh, I kind of like that. That works. That's working. The trick will be getting this very symmetrical. This will not be the easiest thing to make symmetrical, which is fine, but just something to be aware of. And then I saw what somebody else was doing with this kind of wig is they were using clear tacky glue to kind of like glue the tips together. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Um, Hairspray is a great. This got to be glued is a great starting point, and then you know use some tacky glue to kind of like seal it up. Okay, so this might be more front facing for you all than it is for me, but if we were to glue it, you would get that kind of angle back there, which is it's a little sparse. Because again, this is a cheap wig; it's not the most dense you'll get, but I think that's a good starting. Feels like pretty solid place. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue that because I like that shape for now. Yeah, that works. And then we'll see if I adjust that a little bit later. But I want that. I'm trying to go for that triangle shape. I really want that triangle moment. I'm not seeing it a lot. I'm also going to be using a lot less than I did the first time. So the first wig that I had, I put like a lot of glue on it, and it kind of like you could tell where the glue was just a little bit more built up than it probably should have been. So I want to kind of take that and maybe make it a little bit more precise. So Okay. That feels successful. Much more successful than my last one. And here's the thing, I set that hair aside, right? So if I need to, I can go back in. Um, I can go back in and like use that hair to like reinforce or like get it a little bit more exact is what I'm going for. So that is something that is nice about this project as well. Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit more glue on this because there's some pieces that are not staying. Um, but in general, this is already much more successful than my last Stolas wig, which is great. One less thing to worry about. Um, and then I may honestly, depending on how this goes, I may actually like get some foam and add it to this. If this looks nice enough, I may go in and like work with some aspects that would make it more. I think that is a good move, probably. That creates a little bit of like a sleek mint. It hugs the side of the face, which is good. I think I'm gonna do the front last. I think I want to do because the other stuff is harder, so I kind of want to focus on doing that first. Yeah, this is a much better run. Where did my rat tooth? Where did my rat comb go? There it is. Rat tail comb. Thanks so much, actually. Well, it is kind of hard to see, isn't it? I'm not sure there's much else I can do about that. I do have some extra ring lights I could probably grab. What do you use to brush out your wigs if they get tangled? Um, so honestly, if it's like honestly, I just use like a flexible wet brush. There are depending on the severity. So I will say like I'm not the most professional wig styler out there by any means. Um, so I also like if I have like a tough wig that I'm doing, I will hand it off to a friend who is far better at this than I am. But that being said, um, I know a lot of people will use like if you're going for like a full refresh, they'll get like actually like a steel tooth brush. And they'll use that to like rake through. And when I was working in a coffee shop, that's what they did. That was like how they kind of set it up for the next year, essentially. Um, so that would be something to check out. You kind of have to wet the hair. If it's a synthetic wig, well, first of all, do that to synthetic wigs. Don't use it for human hair wigs. Um, if you're wanting to do if you're wanting to venture into like using that iron tooth brush, metal toothbrush. I don't know the exact terminology. Um, Most of this is me just kind of figuring things out, like just full disclosure. Um, wow, is this like 4? It's like it feels fuller. No complaints, just like trying to make sure I don't fuck up the symmetry. I do feel like I'm grabbing something with the center, which probably needs to like stay over there. Wow, this is such a cheap wig. It's so cheap. That's okay. It's part of the challenge. Um, that is the nice thing about cosplay is that like a lot of cosplay is like figuring out how to make what you have work for you. In my opinion, I definitely have some pieces that are like dedicated to a specific character, but I do think part of the magic of the cosplay community is just how resourceful everyone is, um, which is cool to like watch as well. All right, we're gonna cut this here. Oh, this is proving to be more and more difficult. I think I have more hair on this side, which is actually, I mean, it's not the end of the world because I can actually go back in and kind of add more to the other side if I need to. But putting some copyright free music so I don't get in trouble. Really thin that out. We'll need a massive broom sweep up here after all this. It's better. Yeah, there's definitely more hair. No, not much with that one. Yeah. Wow, the music is really getting dramatic on us. I have a lot of hair. I feel like I'm not supposed to have in this one. I guess is not the worst problem you have. I'm just concerned about it, like getting asymmetrical. It is a little bit longer, which I guess explains some of the behavior. It being a lot. Come on, I just want this much. And I don't want to like overdo it. I apologize, you can't really see what I'm doing, but okay. Here I am gluing this together. Yeah, I already feel so much better about this compared to. Pardon me. I'm still kind of recovering from being sick. You can check all this today. I kind of want to get like a maybe one of my small rubber bands. Use that to keep these together while it's still kind of like drying. Then you kind of have to like attack that side. Okay, so you got that side. It's getting there. I think I'm gonna have to probably go in with more glue later, but it's a start. Solid start. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to fix up this middle part that I hate so much. I'm really trying to get rid of this center part, guys. It is so silly looking. Mm. I don't even have to like clamp that to get them to actually glue together. I suppose I have. Okay. 45. There we go. I'm just gonna let that click for a bit. Now, this side really was agreeable. I don't know why. Yeah, this is definitely higher. Yep, that's definitely what it was. I knew there was more hair involved. Okay, so those are the big money pieces to me. I think I feel good enough about like creating like a center tuft. I feel like that works. Yeah, actually, that does work. That absolutely works. Now that I see, now that I've seen it like away from my eyes, yes, this absolutely works. I think we need to go ahead and drop this here. Um, really, really fucking. Thing that makes this a little bit sucky is that some of the hairs are caught in another tuft in a way that is not helpful. Like kind of disassemble a little bit, which is a little nerve wracking, but we did not get here without taking risks. I'm just gonna go ham because there's way too much hair to make this nice, easy. If there are any hairdressers in the audience, you're probably screaming at me right now. That is okay. I'm not claiming to be a professional. I'm a professional entertainer, not a professional wig stylist. That's not bad. It's getting there. Can you guys see the hair flying everywhere? It's so funny. Honestly, this actually looks pretty okay. Um, a little bit slipped back probably into like a, yeah, I'll probably do like feathery, maybe one more feathery here. One more tuft. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to create a depression so that it like curls up, which I think the glue is gonna really help with. Um, honestly, it's not that bad where it's at. It's not quite the shape I'm going for. So we're going to drench this in glue. Because this glue is actually showing up a lot clearer than the last one that I was using, which is nice. Um, I have half a mind to get one of my curlers out, although I think I would have to like wrap this in like I don't. Well, no, it's a glue. I don't know if there's a way to really do. Do. That's right. Oh, that actually looks so good on camera. That actually looks so good on camera. That's so funny. It looks fine in real life. It's not as pretty as it is here. Um, which I think is just par for the course. I think that's just gonna happen. It actually doesn't. I don't hate that it's like a parted. I don't hate this. Honestly, this side looks better. Um, I do feel like I'm gonna have to go back and get some more glue to get all this stick together. Man, does it not want to stick? This one turned out really nice. I don't know that it's going to be an exact situation, but centered. I do like maybe some downward spike. Maybe that's like that. And then it still keeps the volume, but no, no, because Stolas spikes kind of tall. I think I'm gonna have to go down low for the sake of like yeah. It's gonna be really short. The bottom a little bit longer, so. It's too long. It's got to be short for this to look right. that after it's glued. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought it was playing Used from the Vine. Like, that's copyright. Excuse me. Christmas music. This was not on my list. I guess that's the warning for like this is officially taking longer than I thought it would. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to use some of that extra hair. Kind of steal up. That or wear like a black. that or wear like a black cap underneath the literal black cap. This seems close enough. It's not my favorite shape, but it's pretty comparable to the other side. Really all I need it to be. I think I'm gonna go ahead and rubber band that or force it into a more curvy shape. There we go. That's closer. And then I will trim these later. But that's looking cute. Look at that. Look at that Stolas styled wig. I think I'm just gonna like try to slip into it. I think that's the best thing I can do. Which hopefully is one of the easiest things to do. And hopefully, with any of your luck, this wig head is like my size. So hopefully, all these like this slicking I'm doing will look correct on my head. It would be rather tragic if it didn't, but honestly, the wig is turning out nice. It may end up being my primary. It may end up being my Stolas wig. Ooh, that needs to get sewed down. Okay, I didn't realize that there was a loose weft. It's good to know. Just like cold with. This is so much better than my last attempt. Like, comically better. This is, like, comically improved. Okay. That feels like it's getting close. I think I am gonna have to, like, like, do something more with the back. I think this is gonna flatten out, and I'm gonna try to do, like, a little, like, dove. Once that flattens out, it'll be like a little tail feather on the head. Um, I need to make sure I turn this machine. Glued there. Great. Okay. Well, now the trick is figuring out how to use the hair that I have to help cover up. Yeah, if I stick it up in that crevice. So what I'm doing now is basically like covering up some of like the bare spots because this is a cheap wig. I am trying to very carefully apply some extra hair where there needs to be a little extra coverage. You go ahead and check that. Part of me, honestly, I don't even really want to touch this until it's glued at the root. So I can hold off on messing with it further. You guys have no idea how dirty my floor is right now. It's absolutely insane. Okay. If I can get this done in 2 hours, that will be my goal. That will be my goal. I will consider that a fantastic accomplishment. I'm not gonna mess with it until it's ready to be glued. I do need to figure out maybe. Mine is falling apart. I think I just have to let that dry until again, I'm gonna have to like glue everything and then I'll let it dry before I even touch it again. Just to like not fuck it up. Because I'm not using hot glue, which would be potentially an easier thing to do. I get sketched out using hot glue because it feels like, in this case, it actually might be good because it would melt the fibers together. But heat also, hot glue scares me when dealing with things that are like close to heads because the heat can soften the glue, and that scares me. So, but there are many, many cosplayers who've used hot glue, so I'm sure it would be fine if I felt up to it. I wonder if this would be better with or without gloves. It's like part of me that's like probably I don't know. Press it in. See what it's not. I don't want to do that. Oh, interesting. Life hack. If I use the hairspray over top of the glue, I can press it down without it sticking to my fingers. Like this. That's actually, I feel very clever. And also simultaneously very silly. I think this will work just fine. Movie glue. This is honestly turning out pretty okay. A little bit concerned. That just needs to dry and fine. Oh my god! It's coming to life! The trick will be, what am I doing with the front? That is really the only obstacle here, is what the hell am I going to do with the front? Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that. It's kind of giving like a little like that looks so good, honestly. Like, it's not perfect, but like pretty fucking solid. Makes me wonder if I like really just want to like plaster these. The only problem is that, I guess I don't. I don't keep sideburns, so styling for me personally would not be. I'm pretty solid, honestly. The trick is, I don't know what this one is. Just do I create an image of this? My goodness, I say like eyes in there. Cute. Yeah, honestly though, solid. I mean, this looks very artificial, but that's okay. It's not perfect, but it's pretty solid. Sideways. I don't want to touch it too much right now, but I feel pretty okay about this. Do I try to mess with the density? Yeah, that, that. We'll have to glue this, but that's okay because that actually does look significantly better. That actually looks like it may set faster. Yeah, like it has the little like wing, like the little like head wings. It's not quite the perfect triangle that I was going for, but it's pretty decent. Let's try to push. This one is a little bit more winged. I think from a stage perspective, you won't be able to tell too much. All right, Stolas wig. You definitely tell it's not like the most dense wig. However, for what it is, a cheap wig, pretty solid. And we'll see if I want to try to mess with creating widows. But that's for another time. For now, I do.